but must I feel pain night and day? Long sleeves, carved glasses, his smile for the mercy. You will love with your feet, read the sign on my head. Abuse me, your object. The voice in my head whispers, run, woman, run before you dead. I hold a glass of poison in my hand. I had left a phone message to my brother, asking him to take care of my kids. I was ready to end it all that day. Let me take you back to what led to this moment. At 25, I was successfully running a restaurant business together with my brother. I had the love of my family, whom I took care of. I got the respect from the community. My life was full of hope, and my future looked so bright. Then one day, at my restaurant, a tall, handsome customer walked in and said, "Hey, do I know you from somewhere?" And before we knew it, we were married. We were so in love, and everything was perfect. Few years after we got married, his love slowly changed into overprotection. From overprotection to controlling. From controlling to possessiveness. And then, the first push, which led to serious beatings day and night. I reached to a point that I couldn't take it anymore. And here I am, holding a glass of poison in my hand. I was still gathering courage to take it to my mouth, when the door flew open and my sister-in-law snatched the glass away from me and said, "It's okay, Aunt. You are now safe." Nearly 50% of women in Zimbabwe have experienced physical or sexual abuse at one point in their lifetime. But we have laws which protect these women from violence, and the cases are still rising. The Gender Commission have stated that every 75 minutes, a woman is being abused somewhere in Zimbabwe. Every month, over 100 girls are seeking treatment for sexual abuse at only one clinic in Harare. And it's known that for every case of sexual abuse reported, 10 more cases they go unreported. Why? Because the victims, they do not know where they can find the support system near them, which can give them the help they might need. And to make matters worse, most often the perpetrators are family members. And usually this issue is dealt with within family and kept as a secret to protect the family name. There are so many factors which have caused this hidden pandemic to go on for decades. Factors like traditional beliefs and social norms. Where as a woman, you are expected to be submissive and to please your husband after you get married. You find upon the payment of dowry, a man has power and control in everything over his wife. Even if he demands sex, as a woman, you have to give in and please your husband. If he beats you up, you have to endure the pain silently, cover the bruises for the outside world. Is it good? No. The government of Zimbabwe and other organizations, they have run a series of campaigns, but unfortunately, most rural communities were not covered. As a survivor, thinking of my past experience, how I went through hell and back, I grew a passion to fight and support my other fellow women who are in the same situation that I was. And this was the birth of Precious Hearts Haven, where we want to see survivors rising with resilience and dignity and able to move beyond abuse to be victors. How are we going to do this? We have a 4-step approach towards our solution. And step 1, sensitization. It's not easy for a victim to come out and speak about their experience. Here we are going to use cooking as a tool to bring women out of their hidden places. As they come and share their different kind of recipes, they'll be sharing their personal stories on abusive relationships. And this is the step we are going to talk about red flags, how one can help someone who is being abused, and where they can find the support systems near them. And step 2, safe haven. Safety of the victim is our priority. At this step, we are going to rescue them, give them temporary accommodation, legal aid advice, as well as counseling services. And step 3, transition. From my experience, you don't overcome trauma overnight. Along the way, you need support, you need encouragement for you to move on. At this step, we are going to introduce different kind of therapeutic activities like Zumba, creative drawings, or even gardening. This is the step that we are going to teach other self-defense skills like karate. And step 4, leadership training. From my experience in running a restaurant business, I realized that food connects people together. We are going to establish a chain of restaurants, which is called Kubatana, which means let's connect. Through the running of this restaurant, we are going to train women in marketing skills, customer services, as well as financial management. It's not going to be an ordinary restaurant. It will be an open and free place where people can come and sit comfortably as they enjoy their healthy, delicious, traditional meals. The ambience itself is going to be in such a way that it provokes people to think and speak about social issues like gender-based violence. And upon the completion of this training, women will now go back to their communities as ambassadors, as they will be leading their own Kubatana franchise, as they will spread the word in ending gender-based violence in communities. And now, to all women who are listening to me right now, are you being abused without even knowing it? Did your relationship happen all too quick, with a lot of promises for eternal love and care? Did your partner suddenly become jealous, even from a simple compliment from another man? Do you find yourself being cut off your friends and your family? Does every argument end in breaking and pushing of things around your house? If you can relate to all this, then run. Run before it even gets worse. It will be the best decision you ever made. At Precious Hearts Haven, women and girls like me, we have experienced gender-based violence. We will no longer be victims or even survivors. We are women in control of our own destiny. Thank you.